Good, happy Monday morning, October 29, 2018. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, Granite State Jewish community mourns death in Sagu shooting. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Mike Cronin.
Get a home run this postseason with AutoFair Honda, Ford, Hyundai, Nissan, and VW. Get off the bench, get in the game, and get AutoFair's famously low prices on every new and pre-owned vehicle.
Lots of hugs today at Temple Beth Abraham in Nashua. Yesterday's synagogue shooting in Pittsburgh hits close to home for many in New Hampshire's Jewish community, especially Laura Landerman Garber.
It just seems impossible that it would happen there.
She grew up in Pittsburgh as part of the Tree of Life congregation, the same group that was targeted in yesterday's massacre. Her family still lives there.
But it was a terrifying couple hours yesterday to find out whether or not they were safe, because they're very active in the Jewish community.
She wonders how this hatred still exists.
Even though we keep saying never again after the Holocaust, that there is this extreme anti-Semitism running through our communities.
In light of the tragedy, the Nashua Synagogue is increasing security today as it hosts a crop walk to help end hunger.
Hate is not the final word, and that we have a lot of power to make sure that we live in a climate where people are interested in each other and accept each other.
Landerman Garber asks people to come together to promote peace.
It's not about tolerating differences, it's about accepting them. And we have to use our voices to make sure that this never, ever happens again.
She's also thinking of the beloved late TV host, Mr. Rogers. The murders happened in his neighborhood.
He said, look for the helpers. In scary times, look for the helpers, they're there. And Pittsburgh will look for the helpers, and they'll help.
The Nashua congregation is working with law enforcement and says there are no known threats at Jewish institutions in the area. In the studio, Mike Cronin, WMUR News Now.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we have some good news to pass along, everyone. Red Sox win 4th World Series in the last 15 years. Congratulations, Red Sox. And here are the photos. Let's take a look. Well done, Red Sox, World Series champions. And here are some photos from last night's games of the players. It is very awesome that the Red Sox are the new champions. Celebrate, the Boston Red Sox are world champions. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB Boston.
Want a shower that's both beautiful and easy to clean? Call Oasis Shower Doors. Our protective glass coatings reduce cleaning time by up to 90%. All custom made and installed with the highest quality components. Get easy online estimates at oasisShowerDoors.com.
Maria wants to know about a parade. Do you have any word on that tonight?
Well, I heard Tuesday and then I heard Wednesday, so I actually don't know, but we'll let Marty Walsh and all the great folks at the city let us know. But I'm just so happy there's going to be another parade. I'm so happy for the fans.
Sam, I mean, this team, 119 wins, 108 in the regular season. Obviously, when you guys put this team back together, did they play like the best team in baseball all season?
Well, they did. They had to go through a really, really tough group in New York, and then Houston, and the champions in the National League, the Los Angeles Dodgers. We salute them. They had a great year, and it's remarkable. It really is. It's just a great achievement. I've been fortunate to be a part of this organization 17 years, and I've never seen a team quite like this. Just the talent level is off the charts.
You know, we were talking earlier, I know you're a local guy, 4 championships now in 14 years. So there's kids that are 20, 22 years old. This is their 4th championship they've seen.
It's really remarkable. And I think the mindset of New England has changed. The kids who were paying attention back in 2001 and 2 with the Patriots, the Kraft family started it all with Tom Brady, and it just bled into the Red Sox and the Celtics and the Bruins. It's been a remarkable time to be a part of New England sports and Boston sports. And as someone who grew up there, I'm so happy for all of New England, because we endure a lot. You know, we got the hard winter coming in, and it's just to be a part of this. And our fans are the best. You know, whether it's 30 degrees at Fenway, snowing, rainy, they're there. So grateful for this.
Your words for Alex Cora tonight and the job he did this season?
He's unbelievable. You cannot say enough good things about this guy. We had him as a player from 05 to 08, and Petey used to joke, Dustin Pedroia used to joke that he was going to be the greatest manager, ever, just given his sense for baseball and how good he is at getting the best out of others, and he certainly got the best out of this group.
What is it about him? Do you think it's his age, that he's not too far removed from the players, that he was able to connect with these guys so well?
I was talking to his agent, his old agent, Scott Boras, before the game, and he said when he was 12 years old, he had the confidence of a World Series MVP. So this is a very, very confident man. He's not cocky, but he's extremely confident in everything that he does and says. And I think he gives his players that belief that they can achieve what their ultimate goal is. So he may not have had the most skills as a player, but he so appreciated being in a big league uniform. And now he's able to convey some of that confidence and appreciation and gratitude to his players. And boy, do they have his back.
And I got to tell you one more question, I'll let you go. We're hearing the cheers of hundreds, if not thousands, of Red Sox fans still here. 3,000 miles from Fenway. We met fans this weekend from the Carolinas, from Southern California, from Australia. And this is a fan base now that truly transcends international borders. And what does it mean to you guys?
Well, we're so grateful, and we never, ever take it for granted, because they're with us, whether it was in St. Louis in 04 or in Denver in 07. We got it done at Fenway in 13, but to be this far from home, and they were with us in New York, they were with us in Houston. We never take it for granted. We're very, very grateful.
All right, Sam Kennedy, congratulations. Thanks for the time. We greatly appreciate it.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Very cool indeed. And all of us here at the Riley King Network are happy and celebrating as well. Cue the Duck Boats Red Sox parade this week. The Duck Boat Parade for the World Champion Boston Red Sox will occur this week, but the team president Sam Kennedy said he isn't sure if it will be Tuesday or Wednesday. He said, "I'm just so happy that we're going to be another parade. I'm so happy for the fans," Kennedy said. Boston Mayor Marty Walsh tweeted his congratulations for the team, but did not clarify when the parade will be held. And we will keep you posted when that parade begins, and we will have coverage of the parade right here on the Riley King Network. Freiburg Bridge renamed in honor of fallen officer. Let's take a listen to the video from WMKW News 8 Maine.
Within remission, have the same pre-existing condition. But if Sean Moody becomes governor...
A bridge in Freiburg now dedicated to a fallen police officer. The canal bridge was renamed the Officer Nathan Desjardins Memorial Bridge today at a special ceremony. The Freiburg police officer was killed last year during a search on the Saco River. His mom tossed that wreath into the water to honor her son. A state senator knew Nathan as a young boy and says that it was his childhood dream to become a police officer.
Officer Desjardins wanted to make a difference in the world. I hope that he can rest easy.
Desjardins was 20 years old when he died, making him the youngest officer in the history of the Freiburg Police Department.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. European shares seen slightly higher UK budget and earnings in focus. Stocks in Europe are praised for a slightly higher open on Monday as investors track a number of political events and wait for further earnings reports. And here's a look at the market. Take a look. Right here. Eight men, 3 women killed in Pittsburgh SAGU shooting mourned. Let's take a listen to the video from ABC News.
Needs clothing to wear, and we discovered we can really help people with disabilities just by doing a few things differently with our Cat and Jack clothing. The really great part about working on this type of product is meeting the families.
I just hugged her. I just had to hug her and tell her how important this is. Thanks to the Cat and Jack adaptive line, Bentley just gets to be a kid for once.
The medical examiner and his team working throughout the night here to identify the victims inside the synagogue. And this community witnessed something truly difficult today. The medical examiner then reading those names one by one. It is the growing makeshift memorial tonight outside the Tree of Life Synagogue here in Pittsburgh. Mourners coming together, waiting in line to lay flowers for the 11 lives lost. Today, Dr. Carl Williams, the chief medical examiner, reading the names.
97-year-old Rose Mallinger of Squirrel Hill, 66-year-old Jerry Rabinowitz of Edgewood, 65-year-old Richard Gottfried of Ross Township, 75-year-old Joyce Feinberg of Oakland, the 69-year-old Irving Youngner of Mount Washington, 59-year-old Cecil Rosenthal of Squirrel Hill, 54-year-old David Rosenthal. David and Cecil Rosenthal were brothers.
This note to the brothers was left at that memorial today. Members of the congregation telling us Cecil and David, both with special needs, had been coming to the synagogue since childhood and were always there. They never missed a service. Freddie Rabner says Cecil was known for his kindness and was often the greeter when members arrived.
He was someone that we all knew. You know how there's people in the community that everyone knows? He's one of those guys, if I'm driving home from work, I would toot my horn and give him a honk, and he'd give me a wave. And for us to learn that he passed away, it's a symbol of how senseless this act of violence was, because you don't get a more innocent, harmless individual who doesn't have an ill bone in his body.
84-year-old Bernice Simon of Wilkinsburg, 86-year-old Sylvan Simon of Wilkinsburg. Bernice and Sylvan were husband and wife.
Bernice and Sylvan Simon were married at this synagogue in December 1956. This is the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette wedding announcement from back then. Sylvan Simon's wed Saturday in a candlelight ceremony, it reads. The bride carried a white Bible with white orchids.
71-year-old Daniel Stein.
Daniel was a new grandfather. Here he is with his 1-year-old grandson, Henry. Daniel's son, Joe, posting this photo on Facebook today, writing, "Yesterday was the worst day of my life. My mom, sister, and I are absolutely devastated and crushed."
88-year-old Melvin Wax of Squirrel Hill.
Today, Bill Cardiff called Wax a close family friend.
He's a gentle man, very easygoing, simple, quiet. Likes to tell jokes. His passions in life were going to shul, synagogue. That was his routine. That was as important to him as having breakfast for most people.
And late today at the Soldiers and Sailors Memorial, the people of Pittsburgh, all faiths, all walks of life, and they told me why they're here.
We're here to support the Jewish community. We're here to support Squirrel Hill. We're here to support Pittsburgh. What was done yesterday was not just harmful for the Jewish community, but really a continuation of the challenges we have in the U.S.
And this mother and daughter, they are Catholic, and they are here tonight.
It's been a really hard 24 hours.
It has been. It's been very heartbreaking. I take care of a Jewish lady. I'm a caregiver for her. She has a wonderful family, and I love them very much. And she couldn't be here, so I'm here in support of her as well. It's very heartbreaking that this has come our way, and now we're part of that horrible group.
And members of the greater Sikh community were here too.
This is a terrible incident, and we just cannot, we can't even begin to think the pain they are going through. We are here to support them in this process and do whatever we can to help them find peace with this.
And so many of the young people here saying the same thing.
We're all Pittsburghers, yes. So if this happens to one of us, it happens to all of us.
You know, we are so sensitive when we arrive on the scene of such tragedy, but I have to tell you, the people of Pittsburgh were walking up to us this afternoon over at the Soldiers and Sailors Memorial, a beautiful building just across town here, because they wanted to speak out. They wanted to tell us that this city is far stronger than that horror, and there is no question about that tonight.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that did it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.